4-season saga of backstabbing and betrayal is a wrap, and the Roy kids are not all right.
I love you, but I can't stomach you.
The Swede won and anointed hapless Tom as his CEO/pain sponge. But the real winners are at least survivors of this big bucks Game of Thrones.
Bonne chance, Franco.
Breakout stars Frank and Karl.
People are a little bit afraid of what comes next because, how do you follow this?
Yeah, how do you follow this? And sadly, it's not with a season 5. Is it a spin-off? What about you and Frank, baby? Karl and Frank with their own little show.
That's what we got to do. It would be Karl and the Frank show. Absolutely. I'm ready.
David Rasche played CFO Karl Muller. He and Frank, part of the so-called old guard loyal to Logan, but always ready to follow the money.
We're not going to let the little princes screw things up, right, Frank?
Forget Tom and Shiv, or Tom and Greg.
The disgusting brothers.
Frank and Karl were the show's real dynamic duo. The headlines calling them the show's premier power couple.
He sounds like a sow that's about to get the stun gun and knows it.
Jesse said that he might conceivably do something maybe political involving some of the characters maybe from this. But I think he was absolutely right to stop it because the name of it, as he keeps reminding us, is Succession. And that's the whole game, is who will and how will they succeed the big guy. And it was just so fitting that it ended up to be, Tom, the least likely and the least capable, except that he was a yes man.
You're a clumsy interloper and no one trusts you. The only guy pulling for you is dead. And now you're just married to the ex-boss's daughter and she doesn't even like you. And you are fair and squarely.
Well, Karl says at the end, he turns to Frank and says, so what are you thinking?
Golden parachute. Or one last rodeo.
Go.
But then Tom says,
Frank, dead. Karl, dead.
so it looks like the parachute is coming your way, and Karl said he wanted to own a Greek island. What happens on that island? Come on, baby.
Hey, all kinds of stuff. You never know what's going to happen, right? He leaves it open. He leaves everything open.
Did I know a thing or two about a thing or two?
Now that you have amassed so many fans, what's next for you?
I have a movie that just opened with Robert De Niro called About My Father.
I can't believe you put this all together from what we have in the kitchen.
I play the rich dad, and De Niro is the poor dad, and our children meet, and it's kind of a fish out of water. If working on this was not the highlight of my career, then working opposite Robert De Niro certainly was.
These people are strange. They have birds for pets.
If you had to bet, will we ever see the character Karl Muller again?
Boy, I'm going to have to leave that open-ended. But Karl does have an afterlife.
If you had your way.
I'd love to do it. Look, I'm sure everyone involved, from the top to the bottom, anybody, if Jesse Armstrong calls, you come.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't even have to read it. The answer is yes.